Okay, turn this down a little bit. I'm Barbara Blake, and I'm talking to Mr. Ernest Davis on October 1st, 2009 at his home in North River. Okay, Mr. Davis, why don't we start off with you telling me a little bit about the community where you grew up.
Well, I grew up in North River community, and I enjoyed it. I've been here all my life, and I made a career here by fishing, and so I just made it my home, and I really enjoyed working with the people in the community and going to school with them, church with them, and worked to journal steel tank when they had that Vietnam War, making tanks and stuff, water tanks to ship over there. I was singing well. Most all I done is right here in this community until 1970. I started going to Louisiana, fishing out of Louisiana and Texas. I done that for 20 years. And so I retired in 1995.
What year were you born, Mr. Ernest?
I was born December 8, 1939.
Okay, and what house did you grow up in North River?
Oh, that about a mile and a half from here, to the south of where I'm living at.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that's where I grew up at.
And did most everybody work at in the menhaden industry when you were coming up?
What, the younger guys?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we all mostly, we grew up fishing and doing a little hard work after 6 months, then we go back fishing the next year for 6 months or like that. So we all, most of the people in the community our age, we grew up together.
Uh-huh.
Most of them still here. Maybe one or two of them passed, but we all live right here in the same community.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
When was the menhaden industry the most busy?
What you talking about when I was fishing?
Uh-huh.
Well, I started in 1955, but it was in 1960. 68 or 69, I went to Southport, North Carolina. That was the most busy year of fishing that I had right then in North Carolina. We caught 60-some million of fish that summer. That was a great summer.
December?
In that summer, yes ma'am, from April to October, we caught 60-some million of fish.
Oh, I gotcha. Mm-hmm. What was Southport like? What factories were there?
That was a standard product.
Mm-hmm.
And but they shut it down. It was a little small community.
Mm-hmm.
But that year, they done good fishing there that year.
Yeah.
And I worked with them for 11 years. Then I went to Chesapeake Bay. Worked up there for 13 years and 13 and a half years up there. Then I left there, I went back to Louisiana.
Well, when you went to these different places, were the people different?
Oh yes, ma'am. They were different, but we met good people.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the fishermen we knew each other anyway. By a long time ago, they used to come here in Beaufort, fish out of here in the fall of the year. And then in the summer, we would split up. We would go different places, but always in the fall of the year, we always would run together, Mm-hmm. Like here in Beaufort on the waterfront, downtown of Beaufort. And the last year it was 103 boats, 105 boats in Beaufort. That was the last year all the factory combined come to Beaufort, North Carolina in the fall of the year.
What year was that about?
That was in the early part of 70 or 60. It was in the early part of 60. I can't remember what year it was, but It was back there in 61 or 62, somewhere back there. Yeah, because I went to Louisiana in 1962. I went to Empire, Louisiana. Yep.
And why was that the last year that all the boats came to Beaufort?
Well, it's something went wrong. They say there was too many boats in town, and you know, at the time, the people didn't like the smell of the fish, and they were cooking fish to Beaufort, Moorhead, places like that, and so the people got chicken up about it. So then they told them they wouldn't have nowhere to tie the boats up. So I don't know what went wrong there. But seemed like everybody got along pretty good. I thought, you know.
So what was the last boat you fished on?
What, the last one I retired off
Uh-huh.
was the Frosty Moore.
Oh, Frosty Morning?
I'll show you. I got a picture of it.
Okay. Ah,
That was 1995. She was loaded, yeah.
that's beautiful. Where was that? What factory?
Abbeville,
Abbeville.
Louisiana.
Oh my goodness. Who was the captain?
It was a Steve Care from out of Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
That the boat Jimmy Luck put the first fish on that boat right there.
That's why Lionel's always talking about this boat.
Yeah, that's why I want to catch and let them see when we have another meeting.
Yeah.
And this one here was in the 1994.
Same boat.
Same boat. It was a different color.
Boy, she's loaded there too, isn't she?
We had 20 something, 2 million or something on it. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. So, did you always have the same job on these boats or different jobs?
I was the mate on that boat and that boat.
Okay.
And the Gregory pool,
Uh-huh.
I got it up there side the wall too. Right here. You can look at that.
Okay, I'll look at that in a minute.
And the Pauline.
Oh, you're on all those boats.
Yeah, that just, I feel. I wish that, cause I know all the name of the boat that I fished on my whole career.
Uh-huh.
But it's hard to remember all of the captain. But I know the most of them though.
Right. Who is the best captain you ever fished for?
Well, it was Steve Kell.
Yeah, uh-huh.
He was the best captain. I mean, you didn't know he was on the boat.
What's the mate's job?
It's to see that the crew do the work right and drive the little boat around these boats here right there.
Uh-huh, purse boat?
I drive that boat there around. You go in a circle
Uh-huh.
and check the fish like that.
Okay.
I got some more pictures.
Did you say that he was a good captain? You hardly knew he was on the boat? Why does that make a good captain?
Well, most of the other captains, they get all that excited. They go hollering and screaming and doing, you know. And I mean, he didn't be hollering at nobody. He just, I guess, the pressure he was on him. But he didn't ever what went wrong. Come on, let's try to get it out.
He kept his cool?
That was the only one that I was in with. That, you know, he was the captain. We look at it. Well, he worked with him about 5 years. So. And he's still fishing there. And the boys told me so he's still the same way.
That's nice.
He originally from Virginia, but he got married in Mississippi.
Oh.
And made a home in Mississippi.
Yeah. So as mate, was it your job to round up the crew?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that hard? How you do
Yeah,
that?
it was.
How you do that?
Well, like in the fall of the year, if a guy said he ain't going back, then I got to find somebody to replace him like that. And then they got so they didn't want to work. The young guys didn't want to work, So it was just hard to get a crew. Just when I retired at 95. That was the hard to get a crew when hauling to go out there today and come back in on a Wednesday. He don't come back no more. And so it was like that for 6 months. Got to go uptown somewhere, sick and you find somebody, maybe somebody come by. You take them out there, you never fished before. Then you got to train him, and then he come in, then he go back. I mean, he won't go back. So then you got to go all over again. It was rough.
You have to go to people's houses to try to roust them out?
No. Well, when we were around here, we used to go to the houses, you know, 'cause we know them, you know. But down there, we didn't know. None of them, they didn't care about you coming to the house. Some of them didn't have a house. Some of them, you know, it was warm and stuff. They just sat right there under the tree all day and all night.
Really? And you'd ask them if they want to go fishing?
They said, no, we don't want to work. Sometimes they would say, yeah. Sometimes they would ask you, do you need somebody? Say, yeah. They would go. And sometimes they would.
So how do you keep a crew?
Well, it's just like I say, you got to have a good captain. You know, you got to treat them nice, talk to them right. 'Cause if you talk to them in a mean way, you don't keep him. He gonna leave you. And so the captains, they found out what was going on. They kind of hold it cool a little bit. But you find most of the crew is come from North Carolina. Now they're gonna stay.
I think that's Scott is knocking at the door.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't hear.